Hello and a warm welcome to my channel. AMS, ask me a stock and I will cover it for you from a medium to long-term perspective based on the studies of Ichimoku, which is a Japanese study based on multi-time frame analysis, and Harmonic Trading Patterns, which is derived out of Fibonacci. Now, before I continue to cover the what we have stock I'm going to cover today, a disclaimer: this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This is purely an educational talk based on the studies of Ichimoku and Harmonic Trading Patterns. Kindly do your study thoroughly before taking a decision whether you would like to trade or invest in this stock. And also, please note, no monetary fee or any kind of transaction is involved in this. This video is completely free. Now, today's stock is the Bombay Stock Exchange, formerly known as that, BSE Limited. It is the Asia's oldest stock exchange, established in the year 1875. It provides a platform for traders in equity, debt, instruments, derivatives, and mutual funds. Now, while the transaction fees is the most visible part of its revenue on its business model, which is of that transaction fee, do note that 25% of that fee is only generated through the Sensex options. Now, apart from that, it is also got generating revenue from other diversified services. First one being it has a significant stake in CDSL, and CDSL is does have a recurring business model where base income fees come from that, so that helps in profit generation overall for CDSL also. Number two, it is also collects and licenses its market data and its Sensex, mainly the primary index, globally. So again, it gets fees for that. It is the largest mutual fund distribution in India, charges a fee per transaction uh, right now. It also has a co-location services, network access, and specialized software tools are premium revenue sources for the BSE, and also one-time listing plus annual continuation fees for the stocks which are listed at BSE. So it's got other models of income also taking place. Now, when we do a comparison with NSE, which is yet to be listed, you can see that the BSE is, of course, Asia's oldest, while NSE 1992 was one of the few exchanges worldwide to be launched in fully automated. There was no trading floor, etc. The BSE has 30 stocks, while the Nifty has 50. The trading system for the BSE is Bolt, which has had seen significant upgrades, while the NSE Neat is a pioneer in fully automated seamless transactions. The BSE happens to have a stronger SME presence through its BSE SME. NSE also has an NSE Emerge, but comparatively, BSE is a much stronger platform for SME segment. Number of listed stock, obviously, because it has a SME segment which is so strong, it has the highest number of listed stocks, while NSE is much lower compared to them. But in terms of volume and price discovery, BSC, NSE leads. It's a dominant in both cash and derivative, and of course, even in price discovery for newly listed, NSE controls the entire segment out there. Now, before I go on to further what you call explain the stock charts and go into the chart details, I would like to tell you that my courses on harmonic trading patterns, Ichimoku, and trading psychology are available. These courses are in terms of in video recording with made into small chapters, level wise and base subject wise totally, and are available in both English and as well as in Hindi, with loads and loads of examples of both bullish, bearish scenarios, breakouts, breakdowns, pullback trading, swing trading, how to identify support, resistance, and momentum in the market. The trading psychology risk management video is extremely detailed, and it explains the importance of trading discipline over uh, analysis. And that's one of the reasons why we keep hearing from SEBI that 90% traders are losing money in the market. It's made into small chapters again and totaling up to running into 4 hours worth of video content. Along with that, there is bonus material for the trading psychology risk management course, which includes number one, other technical studies which complement harmonics and trading and Ichimoku so that you can further reduce your risk and improve the reward ratio. And at the same time, at any given time, whether you which sector is standing out, which stock in the sector is standing out, so kind of a relative rotation where you can identify weakness and strength. Third, based on your own risk profile plus the current market scenario at any given time, which option strategy will suit you at a particular scenario, how the trend is, plus what kind of a risk you are ready to take and what is your risk profile. And lastly, SWOT analysis, which is a self-assessment toolkit where you will identify periodically what is your strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats in the market to you, where you have to work out accordingly. The details of the courses is there in the description box link. You can check them out. And if you have any doubts or queries, you can shoot out an email to me and I'll get back to you on the same. Now let's go and analyze BSE Limited in charts, that what lies ahead for it. I'm starting with the monthly time frame, always in the higher time frame, descending order. Now you can see out here from the pandemic low, the earlier part, 2 years of 3 years of almost decline in the from its listing time, and from there it's been a parabolic move. And look at how beautifully the Ichimoku baseline has now been respected since March 2023 lows. It's not even been tested once, continuously pulled it, pulled it up like that. So an investor and as well as a momentum traders delight stock, giving phenomenal returns. And also interestingly, if you see that each pullback of the stock has, the first pullback after this big move from 2020 to 2022 saw a 62% retracement. But from there, we see a 2.6x Fibonacci up move. So fantastic return from there. Again, then a minor pullback, 38 retracement, not too much. More of, you can say, a sideways move took place in that zone of 2024-25. Not much damage happening out there. And primary reason at that time being the weekly options, which were totally active, even in the now what the bank nifty bank X with Sensex, along with Sensex, which were running, there was more heavy duty volumes taking place in market at that time. So this helped it to continue rally. And then again, you can see from July 24 till mid this year, you can see a fantastic 2.6 return again. So it's matching its return in every time. Interestingly, though, you can see out here in this move that we see from 2024 to this year, there have been two corrections. One out here, which is December, January, Feb, March, and again a recent one now, which has come out in the last 2-3 months, a pullback took place. Both these pullbacks have been quite deep. This one was 61% Fibonacci, and this has been 38 Fibonacci in it right now. Now, as per the monthly time frame, the support is at 2350 and then 21 and then 1800. Of course, monthly will have deeper cuts than the weekly and daily ones. Let's have a look at the weekly time frame and try to analyze what is that showing. In here also you can see, even in the weekly time frame, that it's never gone below the cloud after 2023 lows, out here. And since then, it's just protected it. Again, even a medium term traders delight, any pullback has given ample opportunity to add the stock each time, as it pushes its way to new highs from here onwards also. So in the weekly, we also have a tiny, very tiny bullish ticket crossover, which has taken place on a flat Kijun. The weekly support is at 2525, then 2350, and then 1875, with resistance right now at 2935 on the weekly time frame. Let's have a look at the daily time frame and see what looks out here. Now, in the daily time frame, it is one of the few stocks which gave a abandoned baby bottom breakout in the month of April. That's the April 7th low. Next day, prior to that, a gap down, and then again a superb gap up, which has not been felt. Now, very rarely do we see stocks the in our India market which respect and hold such gaps. It's a very, very strong gap reversal which took place. Of course, we saw the pullback, but nevertheless, the abandoned baby bottom has held, one of the reasons for a very strong reversal and uptrend in the stock that took place there. Now, in the weekly, it also has a gap up which came in 12th of November. And right now, it has initiated today a bearish Ichimoku C clamp, suggesting that there could be a pullback in the stock till 2760, 2650 for the time being, while the resistance is at 2875, 2925, and then 3025. Please also note that the bearish clamp is happening near an all-time high. So mostly consolidation areas this is a common feature of the clamp formation taking place out there as market tries to consolidate before a new move could emerge. Now let's have a look at the 60-minute time frame also from a very short-term perspective, of a couple of days. In the hourly, you can clearly see that it's more right now of a sideways move out here taking place. So in the hourly time frame, support is at 28, then 2750. Below and above on the upside, 2875, 2900, and 2960 is where we have the resistance coming up. So overall, my conclusion for the stock is that if it moves below 2750, right now that's the anticipated dip I'm looking at, then it could go down to 2650, which is also the gap area if you look at it in the daily time frame. Here we go. The gap area out here would be interesting to see how the stock reacts in this particular area, this gap area, whether it will stop here or whether it will come down to the Ichimoku baseline and then try a up move from here. So levels to watch out for on the downside, 2750, then all the way down to 2650. And if that does not hold, then some kind of trouble for the stock. In that case, I would be looking at a slightly bigger pullback then till this particular level out here, where you can see a consolidation, kind of a inverse head and shoulder, but not a classical one, which took place. So the pullback could then get much deeper towards 2450, and between 2375. That's the level I would be then looking for if 2650 does not hold the baseline out here. In that case, these are the levels I would be looking for then for a upward move like this, towards upside. Now let's discuss the possibility of up move from here itself, holding to it 2750 and 2650 and pushing up. In case, it doesn't go down, it just takes up from here. Then on the upside, I would be looking for it to sustain above 2950 for the timing. 2950 is a level I'll be looking for, that let it sustain above this for a long, or let it come down to the levels I mentioned. That's how I would be trading it. For upside target of 3600, that's the Ichimoku price theory target on the upside, probably coming up next for the stock, once it starts moving on the upside again. Remember, the stock has got a history of pullback moves and then give sharp upside. So keeping that in mind, this is the possibility which I am working on for the stock. So I do hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best with your trading and investments.